In the morning when I'm driving, I really come alive when I listen to my Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie in the morning while I'm driving. Ronnie, I really come alive when it's time for Ronnie Q. I listen to my Ronnie. Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie. It's time for Ronnie Q. Take a seat and go meet Ronnie. Sweet, 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 sweet Ronnie. No day complete without my Ronnie. She can't be beat. Sweet, sweet Ronnie.
Grand Rising, Room Shaker. I see you came in and said hello. I see there's one other person in the chat. Thank you for being here. Please hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. We're gonna have to take a little detour because the gay men are mad. The gay fairies are mad. What you mad about? Jay Wilson, if you put it on YouTube, we gonna talk about it. And what we gonna talk about is how you a broke ass bitch. That's what we gonna talk about. How you are a broke ass bitch. Nobody's talking about me. You were talking about me. How you gonna be talking about me and say nobody's even talking about her? You put it on YouTube. You drove your broke ass up to McDonald's and your card got denied, bitch. And you didn't leave with anything but shit all over your face, motherfucker. And you didn't leave with anything the first time that it got denied. And when you came live with a big production saying that the card had expired and the card still had the expiration date on it, and it was 2 years out from expiring, you broke bitch. That's what you're putting on YouTube. Uh, my face card is declined. Your whole life has been declined, bitch. Don't nobody want you but some a piece of trash. You're fucking trash, nigga. And all of this calling Tommy and Castro whores every 2 seconds, it's not cute. Because we know who the real whore is. At least they are in whatever type of relationship they in. At least they are fucking with each other. Who fucking with you? Other than Trey, bitch. Who fucking with you? Who wants you? You picked out that wedding ring yet? It's sure taking a long time to pick out a wedding ring because don't nobody want you, bitch. Don't nobody want you. You don't want yourself, bitch. Am I still knitting? No, I don't knit. I crochet, bitch. And everything I crochet is get it renders dollars more than that motherfucking Fashion Nova bullshit that you be wearing, bitch. I don't come on here begging because I do crafts. I have skills. I am an artist, bitch. I do plenty of things. I do plenty of things and gonna keep on doing plenty of things. Do you think I give a fuck? What am I supposed to feel about me having talent to create things? Bitch, the only thing you create is motherfucking shit in the toilet. And plenty of it. With them motherfucking what was it? Brown sugar greens that you make. I'm pretty sure you make plenty shit in it, but that's the only thing you can't create because a note you cannot create, a riff you cannot create, talent you do not have. That's why you always enter talent competition singing church songs, bitch. I'll boo a church song if it ain't sung well. Ain't nobody gonna give you no brownie points because you singing the Jesus motherfucker. And are you really singing to Jesus with all of this cursing that you're doing? You're a whole you're a whole joke, motherfucker. You're a whole what happened to this that C-suite job you supposed to have? You must mean C seat as in car seat, bitch. You come on here lying every other fucking day, bitch. But I tell you this, what hasn't been declined? Me begging for motherfuckers on YouTube to pay my motherfucking bills because I done lost another job, bitch. Because it ain't never happened to me. How about you? How about you, motherfucker? Your whole life is declined. Okay, let's move on. Who is this? Hey Liz, how are you? It is good to see you. Jill Comfort Zone, thank you for becoming a new member. Jill, I've been catching your replays. Now, let's get on to this furry tongue bitch right here. Okay, so somebody um, drop me a little note to somewhere I don't go, to somewhere I'm not interested in. And this white tongue, big booty bitch, is up there talking about Ronnie Q. This sweater coated tongue motherfucker is up there talking about Ronnie Q, talking about I should go to another sector because no one wants to hear the news from somebody who don't know the news. And for an example, this silly motherfucker said the story that I gave, the news story that I gave out to my audience, I didn't know what I was talking about. If I didn't know what I was talking about, the motherfucking link that I connect every one of my news stories didn't know what they were talking about, you silly bitch. And only to turn around and say the exact same thing. That the news story was they were going to automatically register everyone into the selected service automatically at the age of 18. So where is it that I don't know what I'm talking about? Where is it that I don't know what I'm talking about? And then I went on to say they're setting America up. So when they go into wars, they are gonna already have people signed up. Uh, People, is she talking about wars and we gonna go to wars and shit? Okay, so if we're not going to wars, what the fuck have we been doing over in Yemen? What the fuck have we been doing over in Yemen with all these strikes in Yemen? What the fuck are we doing over there? What the fuck were we doing when we struck Iran? What the fuck is that? That has not ceased. There has been no ceasefire agreement on that. What do you call that? What was Elon Musk going to give? What was Pete Hegseth going to give to Elon Musk? War plans with China. Uh, now, Pete Hegseth works at the honor of this 4547. He cannot have be showing war plans beyond this 4 years because 4547 is not supposed to have another term. So if he's talking about war plans with China, I'm talking about them automatically signing people up because they are itching for war. I talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. But what you not talking about, bitch, you not talking about how you had your black ass out here cheerleading for 4547. That's the problem, bitch. If you want to talk about something, how come you ain't said shit about how they have okayed it for people who have government contracts to discriminate against black people. You know, the contracts that like you work for, bitch, how they can sit your ass in a whole separate black only lunch area, black only work area. This is the news that I'm talking about. That's the shit you don't want to talk about, bitch. And your silly ass crumpled up nigga, old dusty ass nigga who are always riding up on your ass don't want to talk about. Because y'all don't have the common sense to talk about shit that affect. You ain't opened your motherfucking mouth while you was sitting up there cheerleading for 4547 to get in office and how good he is for the economy, like you got some motherfucking money. Nigga, you just a regular ass, smegular ass nigga just like everybody else in YouTube. And bitch, if you had two dimes to rub together fucking with this motherfucker, you don't now. So who the fuck you think you fooling? Who the fuck you think you fooling? Motherfucker try to act like you some grand dam around this bitch. You a regular, smegular, ignorant ass nigga. Just a dumb nigga. Okay. Let me say this. Let's be real clear on this. This is a motherfucker who was in the military, but was cheerleading for 4547 and ain't said a motherfucking word since 4547 has stripped 4-star generals out of their fucking position and gave it to a 3-star general that wasn't even qualified, the Joint Chief of Staff. But you want to talk about the news that I don't know about, bitch. All of my fucking news is in my description box. You can click the link on it, bitch. All of my shit is cited, you stupid, silly hoe. I don't have to have an old motherfucker come up here and babysit me like your paperclip shaped nigga have to do. I don't need a motherfucking sidekick to help me do the news, bitch. The fuck out of here. All right. Bitch, you need to do some studying on some shit that may matter to you and your life. Hey, K Baron, it's good to see you. Renewed member. Thank you for your renewed membership. Hey, Leonard, how are you? These dumb motherfuckers. Hey, E-Money. Salute to you as well. I don't blame you, Jill. That's at least yours. At least your card don't be getting declined. At least your card have some money on it. Everybody can't say that. Can you, Jay Wilson? Can you, Jay Wilson? So there's that. Okay, so that's all I have to. That's all I have to say about those silly motherfuckers. Shh, 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 shh. So I think, what else? I hope you guys had excuse me for not going live yesterday. I had planned my live, uh, and then I got up kind of early, and then I was over at Very Carey's, and then I was like, okay. And she was on early as well. And if you haven't gone over to Very Carey on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and that's the day that she does her brain teasers. So she was on very early. But then um, I set my live back, and then as soon as I went live, something happened. Rascal had to go. I had to walk him, and I had to walk him, and I had to walk him. He let me know he had to go, and I didn't come back. So please forgive yesterday, but we're going to get into uh, what I have today. So did you guys hear that? That 45, 47. Now, hmm, uh, how do you leave the sector and go to another sector? Did you give Paperclip Leg that advice how to leave this sector and go to another sector? Did you tell Paperclip Leg that no one wants to hear his politics? Well, it's not really his politics. It's the old guy who is on the channel every time he has a political conversation. Did you tell that one how to leave this sector? I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do on my channel. Just like you did whatever you wanted to do with your channel, bitch. Who the fuck you think you talking to? You are the one who is always picking up and running and going. So, bitch, while you running and going, don't think that you can give advice to anybody who's here staying, bitch. We do what the fuck we want to do on our channel. And what you do is you pick up and you run, bitch, behind secure walls, bitch. But ain't nothing secure, ho. So let me drop the link. So you think let me drop, well, then it changed everything back here. Let me drop this link. Oh my god. I can't even find it. I can't find the link. You lucky I don't know how to drop the link on uh this new StreamYard setup in the back. Fucking black bastard. Okay. So what do we have today? Please hit the like button on your way in, or as you're sitting in the clouds, being nosy. Just hit the like button. You know you like it. Okay. Um, did you guys know that 45, 47 stole that FIFA Cup? Hey T Danielle, did you guys know that 45, 47 stole that FIFA FIFA Cup? That's what I want to know. How dare him steal the FIFA Cup? It was made by Tiffany. It was worth over $253,000, and the president of FIFA visited the White House and left the real FIFA Cup at the White House, and then 45, 47 came out like, when are he said he was gonna leave it there so he can display it at the White House, and he never came back to get it. And then he allegedly told 45, 47 that he could keep it, and the actual FIFA Cup that was given to the actual players who won the cup was a replica of the real cup. And 45, 47 has. Did y'all know that? Did you guys hear about that? I don't know. Let me see. Hey, Tay. Hey, y'all. All y'all stop lying. Hey, Olivia is. I've seen you around. Good morning to you. Thank you for dropping in. So, did you guys know about the FIFA Cup? I guess that's a no. I don't know what that is. Okay. So let me see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hey, Very Carrie. Hold on one second. I'll share this link with you about what happened with the real players getting a replica cup uh, because 45-47 kept the cup. Let me share this video with you right now. The links are in my description box. Okay? Commander and Thief. That's exactly what we have here. Okay. So here is the story. Let me share this link with you. Here we go.
Apparently, Donald Trump stole the FIFA World Cup trophy. Well, not exactly stole, just aggressively borrowed. Get a load of this head. Look, you probably saw. I'm going to read this headline from the Daily Beast, but you probably saw the video of Donald Trump hijacking the celebration of the team that won, being tried to be cajoled off stage. After all, he's the president of the United States. How do you boss him around? How do you drag him out of there? You don't. So he just remained celebrating with the team as though he had any part at all in their victory, just sabotaging a special moment. Leave it to Trump. Here's the headline about the aggressive borrowing of their trophy. Trump kept Gold Club World Cup trophy for himself, so FIFA had to give the winners a replica. Trump took every opportunity to make the new expanded soccer tournament all about himself. This is tragically, humiliatingly embarrassing for us, the people of the United States. Foreign people look at us and they wonder, what in the hell?
Okay, to be clear, this is not a United States team. This is a UK team that won this cup. And we over here have their actual Tiffany cup sitting in our White House. How do you make that up?
Hell have you done? You have done this to yourself. You have, by extension, done this to the world. Maybe we'll never be forgiven. Here's the article. President Trump has revealed that the champions of the Club World Cup won't be getting the original trophy because he's keeping it. English club Chelsea easily dispatched France's Paris Saint-Germain. I think that's how I'm not a soccer guy. Nothing against it. Just, didn't grow up with it. Don't know much about it. But I'm assuming that's how to say the name. Probably wrong. Stupid American. Dispatched this French team in the final of the tournament in New Jersey's MetLife Stadium on Sunday, with Trump joining the players for the trophy lift, much to their confusion. It has since been revealed that the intricate prize hoisted aloft by the London's club's captain, Reece James, was a replica because the president of football's governing body, FIFA, has let Trump use the original. What kind of a corrupt nonsense is this? Use the original as an ornament in the Oval Office. The trophy, crafted in collaboration with Tiffany & Company, features a central disc with 3 rotating outer rings. It has a 24-karat gold-plated finish and is thought to have cost around $230 to make. If FIFA lets Trump keep the Orbital Award for good, it'll likely...
Not $230, $230,000.
end up in the National Archives. If we're all lucky, it'll end up in the National Archives and not in some fucking bathroom at Mar-a-Lago like the wildly sensitive, highly classified military secrets that Donald Trump stole.
So I don't think that there's no way that will remain in the White House after he leaves the White House. So I just thought that I would give you this information. Oh, Olivia is Angela T. White. Hey, Angela. I forgot about. Thank you, Liz. Life is good. Love you, Ronnie Q. Blessings. Love you back, Liz. Thank you for that. Hey, Red Wings. I should have remembered the Angela T. White fiasco. I mean, the Olivia is fiasco from that foolishness that went on YouTube cameras with child, whatever. Thanks for supporting. Yes, I appreciate you guys for supporting. Please hit the like button. Also, uh, now do you look at 4547 as a much of a religious person? So I want to share with you how 4547 had Paula White at one of his uh, one of his little breakfasts that he had with religious leaders. They were CEOs, and these were very rich religious leaders as well. So he had Paula White in there, and she was basically saying how Donald Trump is what Jesus would want. And we need to follow they, not we, these uh, very rich religious alleged Christians need to follow the lead of Donald Trump because they are the people who are going to foster in this, that, and the other. I'll let you hear how they are combining this presidency with religion. Here we go, right here. Let me share this with you. And we're going to have a prayer. Hold on.
Who are of faith understands that this administration understands that people who are of faith, who are entrusted with wealth and influence as you are essential to building a stronger, freer, and a more compassionate nation. You're more than just CEOs and business leaders and entrepreneurs. You're stewards on divine assignment, builders of legacy.
You're stewards on a divine assignment, builders of legacy. Just you, because you're rich. Let's continue.
And vessels of impact. You've been called by God to his kingdom for such a time as this. And together we are witnessing something absolutely remarkable. More has been accomplished by this administration in the past 5 months than in the last several decades. And that is due.
And I would be remiss if I didn't tell you this bit of news that I do know. The IRS has okayed churches to preach politics from their pulpits. They used to not be able to endorse candidates and all of this, but the IRS has done that. So Paula can preach this from whatever pulpit she has in her megachurch, if she still has a megachurch. I don't know. I don't keep up with the bitch.
To the leadership of President Trump, his administration, and the great team he has assembled. America's spiritual and moral foundations have been restored, and it's only the beginning. Today's not.
Is she not familiar with America? Our spiritual foundation has been restored. The foundation of America was breaking from England so they could have religious freedom. So your religion is not the American religion. But I digress. These are some things that I know.
Just a luncheon. It is a moment of divine alignment, a commissioning. And we believe that God is raising up business leaders who don't separate faith from enterprise, but who see their platforms and their pulpits as their businesses and instruments for eternal impact. Let us pray.
Religious impact. What is she talking about? Religious impact. Let's hear 45, 47 talk to these Christians. Let's see what these Christians find funny when 45, 47 presents a little statement to them. Here we go.
I said, so you're going to vote for the other side? Well, sir, I'll do what's really appropriate. The losers. But you have that. Really, they're grandstanders. You have grandstanders, and you have them in every business. And the Democrat has far fewer. They're grandstanders, but the one thing about them, they have bad policy. They're evil people in many ways, but they stick together. You don't have it where you don't have.
So the Democrats stick together, but the Republicans vote lockstep in everything that he tells them to do. And he's sitting up here talking about how the Democrats stick together. If the Democrats stuck together, Chuck Schumer and the other nine people who voted to advance this big, horrible bill wouldn't have got cussed out by me and quite a few other people when they gave them the vote to advance this bill. If you remember that, see that was in the news. See, that was in the news. But now he's trying to change the story around like the Democrats stick together. If only they did. Let's continue.
I don't want to use too many names, but you don't have a Mitt Romney in the midst who makes you suffer. You don't have some of the people that I mentioned who make it so hard. They make it so hard. And the alternative is one of two things. You can either get all these things and make the economy strong, or you're going to literally have perhaps a depression where you people so rich, so beautiful, so it's not fair that we did because under the
Yes.
and I said, look, we have an ocean. It's not fair that we did because under the Biden administration, we paid about 3.5 times more than they did. We were in for 350 billion.
Okay, now he's talking about Ukraine. We were in for about 350 billion and we got nothing for it. These are supposed to be our allies. So he is a pay to play type of person, a quid pro quo type of person. I wash your back, you wash mine. I expect something for my money. Let's understand that the EU, Mexico, and Canada are working together now. They're not. They're no longer working with us. A lot of nations see no good things coming from being in partnerships with the United States now. So this idiot has ruined this economy, and while that sweater coated tongue motherfucker sat up there and tried to sell you a bill of goods that wasn't worth anything. Now he's quiet now, and now he's mad that Ronnie Q is doing the news. But Ronnie Q don't know what she's talking about. When Ronnie Q shows you exactly what she's talking about every time Ronnie Q does the news. Let's continue. So,
Got nothing.
hold on. We gave the Ukraine how much, and we got nothing. But the EU, they gave them far less. So what does that tell you? That the EU are better negotiators? But I thought that 45, 47 was the best negotiator. He got the best deals. Oh, but this is Biden's fault. Let's continue.
And for it, we were in for 350, and
This.
then I said, look, we have an ocean. It's not fair that we did, because under the Biden administration, we paid about 3.5 times more than they did. We were in for 350 billion. Got nothing for it. We were in for 350, and they were in for 100. So, which really meant one thing, because you have great business leaders here. It meant very simply that they were better negotiators than our president was. But so this is a very important thing, and hopefully that will come to
350 billion, and we got nothing for it. This 350 billion was for them to protect themselves from your boyfriend invading their country. What were you supposed to get from it? Let's continue.
an end. At the end of 50 days, if we don't have a deal, then we're going to have to do. We have no choice but to do secondary tariffs. You call it secondary tariffs.
You call secondary tariff. There are you have refused to put any tariffs on them. They're called secondary sanctions. That you want. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He has when he did his big show of who's going to be charged what tariffs. You notice that Russia. It was three people. Russia. I think it was. I forget who it was, but Russia was not on the list of people who were going to even be sanctioned. But he says that we're going to do secondary sanctions. No, it would not be secondary tariffs. It would be secondary sanctions. But it wouldn't even be that, because 45, 47 has already released the sanctions on Russia's banks. So they are moving money however they want to. So all of this is a charade. Okay, to be clear.
Tariffs, which are pretty tough, which we don't want to have to do. But let's see what happens. But we thought we had a deal.
We know you don't want to have to do it because you have put no tariffs on them in the first place. But you don't even know what you're talking about. Let's continue.
Numerous times, I'd get home, I'd say, First Lady, I had the most wonderful talk with Vladimir. I think we're finished. And then I'll turn on the television, or she'll say to me one time, wow, that's strange because they just bombed a nursing home.
So what's funny about him being played by Putin and allegedly his wife turning on the TV and seeing that Putin just bombed a nursing home? These are supposed to be Christian leaders that are supposed to govern us and be leaders and all of this. They laughed at the fact that Putin is bombing nursing homes after playing this buffoon. Okay, so that's that. This is in my description box. Go over and check out Jesse Dollamore. He is great. Now, also, I would like to share with you. I just wanted to show these Christians. So, you have to be weary for about Christians. Go over and check out Reese Waters. I thought that he said something that perfectly matched the mood of people who are representing themselves as Christians and Christian leaders. But what does the Bible say? What does the Bible say about the last days? I don't know. Let's see what Reese Waters has to say about this.
Okay, y'all ain't finally left the church, but you at least looking sideways at some of the deacons and wondering why the pastor just got himself a new jet. I said, open the book, open your Bibles to the book of Revelation, where the Bible predicted that Christians would follow a false prophet and that they would wear his mark on their foreheads. But my version also said,
Enough said. Go over there and check out Reese Waters. The link is in my description box. Do you guys agree with this display of Christianity that we are seeing, or had you guys not noticed it? Hey, Brick Girl Haley, good to see you. Hey, Choreo Lover. No comment. Okay. Please thumbs up the live. Having breakfast, listening. Uh, I don't know. Maybe you guys hadn't noticed that. I just wanted to bring your attention to that. Let me see what else I have to talk about this morning. Everything is rotten. Okay, so you know, we know that they uh, shuttered US USAID, and we know that impacted a whole lot of farmers because a whole lot of farmers were getting paid for their crops that they were sending that USAID was purchasing to send to other nations for to have goodwill with these other nations and to stop starving in these other nations. So the last we heard that the farmers were no longer getting paid, and the last shipments were sitting in warehouses, just spoiling and rotting. So they finally came have come up with a solution for this. What they're going to do with the food, they're going to burn the food. They're going to incinerate the food. So if you didn't know, this is your government at work. Waste, fraud, and abuse. And it's going to cost them over $100 million to incinerate the food. So let me share this story with you right quick. Hold on. Let me share this with you right quick if you were unaware of that. And not only is the food rotting, it seems like 45, 47 body is rotting as well.
Is physically deteriorating before our eyes. And now a majority of Americans in a new YouGov poll say that Donald Trump is a very weak person. Also, his approval has a net negative right now of negative 17. Before departing to Pittsburgh, Donald Trump spoke with reporters, and the TV pooler zoomed in on his hand, as John Hudson explains. When you take a look at Donald Trump's hand right there, we've seen that before, but it is definitely getting worse. Now, we then saw Donald Trump give a very bizarre and deranged press conference in Pittsburgh, where he started talking about bringing in $16 trillion when it's nowhere close to that. And then he says inflation is gone. And then he told a story about how his uncle taught at MIT, and the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski was a student of his uncle's. The thing is that Ted Kaczynski never went to MIT, was not a student.
Okay, so this thing about the alleged money that he has brought in from deals and stuff. There has been no deals. There have been some soft deal with I believe is uh, England. I forget the other nation, but about all all of these billions and trillions and all of these numbers that America is making. Well, if America has made all of this money, why is there no accounting for this money? Going to bring down the deficit. If he's bringing in all of this money prior to the tax bill being signed, why was it necessary to cut people off of their Medicaid, Medicaid? Why was it? Because it's not. Because it's all a lie. So also, I want you to know what the Republican Congress has also did. I have a story on this. They are asking for the money. I think is I'll tell you how much it is from the Department of Education. But Russell Vogt, But Russell Vogt has decided that they're going to keep the money that Congress has allotted for the Department of Education. Understand that your children still have to be educated. However, Russell Vogt has decided that they are not going to give the states, they said that the states can handle it. Well, the states need money to handle it. Also, it's going to cut out lunches, programs, trips, after school programs, all types of things that it's going to that the states will not be able to pay for. Uh, let's continue. Let me see. We saw. Okay. Well, let's see him.
You take a look right there at his ankles, incredibly swollen.
And why is he wearing Buster Brown shoes? Why is he wearing boots that's laced up dress boots? Look like he has on some Buster Brown booties.
Right there. And for all of the medical professionals out there, this is all very alarming health related signs. And then, of course, you take a look at his face right there again, completely orange and deteriorating. A very overall looks very unhealthy individual right there. And as I said, there's a karma here because just thinking about the amount of people the Trump regime has killed willfully, maliciously, recklessly, and negligently, but I think it was more willfully. We learned this story yesterday as well. Hat tip.
Bussy Troutmouth was singing the praises of 4547. Let's continue.
To the Atlantic for reporting on it. First, the Trump regime has given the order to incinerate food instead of sending it to people abroad who need it. Nearly 500 metric tons of emergency food, enough to feed about 1.5 million children for a week, are set to expire. Rather than bring that food to feed the children who may die without it, the Trump regime is incinerating it. The story goes on to say how 5 months into its unprecedented dismantling of foreign aid programs, the Trump regime has given the order to incinerate food instead of sending it to the people who need it. Nearly 500 metric tons of emergency food, enough to feed.
Okay, so the link is in my description box. These are a couple of things that I am trying to wow, bad shot. All right, Jill. Reese be flaming them up. Reese has a video out about how nervous they are about Jasmine Crockett's rise, and go over there if you have the chance and check out Reese Waters. Um, it's a good channel, and go over there and watch that Jasmine Crockett video. So you know that Texas is gerrymandering their districts, and I am kind of under the suspicion that they're trying to get her out of office. However, she may be leaving her office anyway because she may be running uh, in the Senate as opposed to the Congress because Connolly passed away. We're gonna have to keep an eye on what she decides to do. Let me see. Oh, Bussy Bradley. Uh, uh, did your crumpled over booty pounder do the story about AI generals, the AI people who outranked anybody in the military without any military experience because they work for the three biggest AI companies? Uh, let me show you this story that I want to share about that. I told you guys a little about that. But I definitely uh, want to share more of this story because there has been an interesting update on this story. Um, this is from military.com. Uh, that's what they call doing your homework before you come live. The link is in my description box. Tech executive commissioned as senior Army officer won't recuse themselves from the Department of Defense business dealings. They will not recuse themselves. Okay, let me see. Uh, four big tech executives, four big tech executives, the Army directly commissioned to be lieutenant colonels. They came in the service with no military experience as lieutenant colonels because they work for Palantir, uh, OpenAI, and what's the other? Palantir, OpenAI, and Meta. Yes. Okay. So here we go. Uh, directly commissioned to be lieutenant colonels with no military background will not recuse themselves from business dealings with the Department of Defense as the Pentagon, particularly the Army, cozies up to Silicon Valley. Okay, so I also uh, showed you in my past news shows how Palantir and what Palantir thinks that it can be and do uh, in the area of defense. And all the things it can be and do is encroaching upon our rights and actually uh, gathering data on all of us. I also talked about the social wealth. What is it? The social. What is it? The social. Hmm. I can't remember what it's called. It's kind of like your social equity, that they will know everything about you and you will be hamstringed into one realm of society, never being able to advance your life beyond the status that they say that you are, your social equity, as it were. Okay, so Palantir uh, also thinks that that is a good idea, and they will not be recusing themselves from any of the Department of Defense dealings and contracts. These AI people. I Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Am I saying it clearly enough? Earlier this month, the Army announced a detachment of 201, the name being reference to the HTTP code for the newly commissioned executive of Palantir, Meta, and OpenAI. The new uh, formation is set to recruit tech executives to work on major Army challenges, but the service has not articulated exactly what those individuals would do. Instead of focusing on recruitment and talent, creating jobs around them. Okay, hold on. Oh, Jesus. They are not making acu, acquisition decisions. They are not senior decision makers, Steve Warren, a Army spokesperson, told reporters Wednesday when asked about what oversight mechanisms are in place over the new unit. It's not in our interest to show any favoritism to a company. That would be the the exact opposite of what we're trying to do, right? What we want is competition. That's what we're looking for. These guys will help us think about that. So you need these guys to help you think about competition. Okay. Okay. Uh, the four include Shaim Shakir, Chief Technology Officer Palantir, Andrew Bosworth, Chief Technology Officer of Meta, Kevin Wheel, Chief Production Officer of OpenAI, and Bob McGrew, Advisor at Thinking Mechanism Lab, and former Chief Research Officer at OpenAI. They will take part in an extremely accelerated 2 week training course. Extremely accelerated 2 weeks training course. They're going to have a whole 2 weeks training, and we are to believe that they are not just going to come in with what they already know, what they already do. No, they're going to get training. They're going to get 2 weeks worth of accelerated training. Okay. So they're going to be trained differently to work in the army. Oh, 2 weeks. Okay. They will take part in an extremely accelerated 2 week training course to familiarize themselves with the Army. Some of that will be online training, and the rest will be at Fort Bennings, Georgia. It is unclear whether they'll have to adhere to typical service standards, including fitness and marksmanship. But I thought that Hexef wanted a a war force. What is it? What did he call soldiers? A war a war something. He calls them war something. War. Oh, what does he call them? I thought that he wanted people who and I thought the DEI had cut down the requirements that Hexef wanted in his army. I thought that having women in certain positions, in battle positions, cut down the readiness of this war force that Hexef won. So you mean to tell me that these people who came in right under generals, they're not going to even have to have physical fitness standards or marksmanship standards? Uh, uh, so they are DEI hires because every other person that they have gotten rid of, they said that they had to dumb down the requirements to let blacks and women get these positions because they were so concentrated on DEI. But notice what they're doing right now when it comes to AI. So no DEI, but more AI. Okay. Uh, Shaker has pledged to donate all of the money that he earns as a part-time officer to Army emergency release. Who gives a fuck? The de facto nonprofit for soldiers and their families, according to Palantir spokesperson. Uh, Pay for a part-time officer at his rank with no time in service would amount to roughly $10,000 per year, but it could be higher or lower depending on how much time they commit to the army. Well, no. He a whole $10,000. If he's that high ranking in Palantir, surely he can don't if he surely he can donate more to the Army Emergency Relief Fund because surely he is a very rich man. So that $10,000 that they paying him, shit, I'm sure he wouldn't even look to see if that had been deposited in his bank account because he's already filthy rich. Okay, last year Shakir sold Palantir stock amounting to $367.9 million and had made numerous other multi-million-dollar deals. None of the others executive, now Army Reserve officer, responded to requests for comment. None of them were made available for interviews. Just before Bondsworth was sworn in, Meta announced a deal with defense technology company Anduril to pursue military contracts that involve artificial intelligence and augmented reality, which could be worth millions of dollars. And OpenAI also announced a $200 million defense contract within days of Bondsworth being sworn in development of an artificial intelligence tool. Palantir has been involved in numerous erroneous federal deals, particularly during the second Trump administration, including a $759 million Army contract for AI development and other massive projects to compile data on Americans. Did you hear what I said? Massive project to compile data on Americans. Why? Why? Do you understand that Palantir is the people who can point their cameras at a face of a Palestinian and already have them rated on the level, on a killed level for them? Because they have this data that they use that shows who needs to be killed in Palestine. So I'm just letting you know. While in regular formation, lieutenant colonels is a senior rank that garners respect. Inside the Pentagon, it is often the bare minimum rank to enter the room. A relatively junior grade officer in a sea of top brass and high level civilian decision makers. The law allows the military to direct commission up to the rank of colonel, but that would require a Senate confirmation. Let me see what else. Okay, the military.com spoke with nearly 24 Army and Pentagon officials, from mid-grade officers to senior brass, as well as defense analysts and Capitol Hill aides. Across the board, there was strong support for the concept of pulling high-end civilian tech talent into the uniform, particularly in the bureaucracy often faulted for its glacial pace of change. I'm sorry. If we end up in a war in an Indo-Pacific conflict, we're going to need to tap more people like this. If we end up in a what? A war? Uh, so Ronnie Hugh was making up things about. Let's be clear about this ignorant motherfucker talking about that every person has to sign up for the select services. Then he turned around and actually while he trying to say Ronnie Q didn't know nothing about politics, I was giving a story. I was connecting the dots. And then he turns around and says, the reason why people have to sign up for select services, when you turn 18, you got to sign up for the select services so you can get your benefits. When you turn 18, what fucking benefits you talking about you need to get? You need to benefit for going out and getting a motherfucking job. But see, everybody didn't come for some shot house, some, what does it call it? Ramshackle, butt fuck, dirt town in rural Louisiana like your country ass did. And the military was the only out you had because you was too dirt poor and too silly to understand how to even get a grant to go to college, motherfucker. That was your best bet. And plus you saw how many dicks was slinging in the military. So you ran your ass over there to the military. Do you think and that's how they, if it's a war, that's how they'll be able to find you. But he said that I didn't know what I was talking about because I connected the fact that they are automatically enrolling you in the select services for these wars. Make it make sense. You saying they doing it so they can automatically find you for the same thing that I said. But Ronnie Q don't know politics. Let's be clear. Should it be your right? Muhammad Ali fought going to the service. A whole lot of people fought going to the service. Everybody don't want to go to the service. If people were automatically signed up for the selective service, how many more black men would have been drafted into Vietnam who didn't want to go to that war? So this is the whole point of the fucking story. If you always had to go down there and sign up yourself, why is the government automatically signing you up so they can find you to go to war? You silly bastard. And you talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, all these fucking wars and all of these fucking strikes. Now you got Israel over there striking Damascus over in Syria and all this type of shit. What happened the last time Israel struck somebody and that we didn't have nothing to do with? We was hauling our asses over there to Iran to strike them because Israel had struck them. Are you fucking serious? Are you silly? But I don't know nothing about politics. The fuck out of my face. Anyway, the link is in the description box. And the potential benefits go beyond Silicon Valley innovation. Tech is the new hot thing, but you think about the logistics piece. Kalinsky added, "How do you capture that from UPS or FedEx? How do we feed our service members in a contested environment?" So we need AI to figure that out. We have never been able to figure that out without AI. So several officials warn that any future Pentagon deals involving the companies could be tainted by perception of favoritism, potentially souring relationships with competing contractors and casting a shadow over future acquisitions. Okay. Most of the concern centers on what exactly wealthy tech executive already wielding outsized influence stand to gain from a formal relationship with the army. What's in it for them? Everything is in it for them. Because they are going to be the ones who is telling the army who to strike and why. And whose interest is it going to be in? Is it going to be in our interest? No, it's going to be in their own personal interest for their own, in my opinion. It's going to be in their own personal interest for what it's going to do for them in their pockets. Let's be clear. Palantir is just not working with the American military. Palantir is working with many defense operations of many different nations. So, what sense does that make? What sense does that make? Elon Musk is working hand and fist with China. They asked him no questions about it, but since his AI Grok has come out saying a whole lot of racist shit, calling itself the mechanic Nazi, the United States has given Elon Musk AI a $400 million contract. What sense does any of this make? It don't make no sense for you and me. Elon Musk has all of our information already. Anyway, uh, I have a couple of more. I have a couple of more things in the description box, but that's all I am kind of disgusted. Let me show how 4547 is ramping up to steal the midterm elections. If you haven't heard about this, here we go. I'll let this play. Yeah, here we go. Pondering Politics. It's in the description box under Still in the Elections. Go over there and check him out. Good channel.
Would you like Republicans to gerrymander? Say it again. Which state besides Texas would you like Republicans to redraw the congressional?
Well, there's about 4 of them. I'll let you figure that one out, but we have about 4 of them. In 3 cases, it's 1, and in 1 case, it's 2 or 3. And Texas would be 5.
Are you concerned California will turn around and do the same thing?
Well, we'll fight them. You know, they're so corrupt in California, you never know what's going to happen. But we've done pretty well in the courts in California, as you see. We're batting about 1,000, ultimately.
All right, folks. So we have a pretty urgent update in the ongoing effort by Donald Trump to rig the 2026 midterm elections with a mid-decade redistricting effort to basically gerrymander in red states to steal seats away from Democrats in advance, because Trump is terrified that he and his party will lose the upcoming midterm elections. This is what Republicans do when they're worried that they're outclassed on the merits in an election. And as California in particular and its governor, Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom, are starting to publicly flex that they will retaliate in tit-for-tat gerrymandering, Trump calls that corrupt. He's like, well, if you fight back, that's corrupt. You can't do that. Like, it's okay if I do it, but you can't gerrymander in return. That's corrupt, and we'll fight you, and the courts will protect us. So he's panicking about it, but also putting his faith in conservative courts to protect red state gerrymandering and strike down blue state retaliatory gerrymandering. And on top of that, Gavin Newsom just gave an interview with Pod Save America in which he goes into more detail about his strategy to retaliate. But before we unpack all this, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, friends, one of the things that we hear about the Democratic Party is one of my complaints, that the Democratic Party still adopts the Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high paradigm of politics. And with all due respect to the former First Lady, it didn't work for her husband. Republicans ran roughshod, unfortunately, over President Obama, who was certainly morally superior to any elected Republican, but they were cynical and ruthless, and they often screwed him over. And Republicans have doubled down on that strategy in the age of Trump. They're hypocrites of the highest order, elected Republicans are. They're cynical, ruthless political operatives. And though Democrats will occasionally, every now and then, start to take off the gloves, they just don't do it nearly as often. This is something that not only...
Okay, I'm going to get to this part of it. Excuse me. Let me get to, this. Hold on. Let me get to, here we go.
This Donald Trump are talking about redistricting, gerrymandering before the midterms in 2026 to pick up 5 extra seats in Texas. Donald
What
Trump
are they worried
said,
about?
We're going to pick up 5 extra seats. No big deal.
Just need 12,000 new votes. Just need to, what do you got?
You said 2 can play at this game.
Yeah.
In Texas's case, Abbott can just call a special session and do this. And we have, as part of the state constitution, this independent redistricting commission. It was a ballot initiative. Voters voted on it. It's in the Constitution. So how do you play at this game?
Well, we try. Look, I mean, we try to do it right. I think there should be a national framework for independent redistricting. Period. Full stop. I mean, in gerrymandering, and let's be fair, we've seen this weaponized by both parties for decades. But these guys, this is a whole nother level of weaponization.
And the reason why this is a whole nother level of weaponization is because they're only supposed to what am I trying to say? They're only supposed to realign their districts every 10 years when the census is done. That's when the lines for the districts are drawn based upon the information in the census. There is no census going on. The census is every 10 years. So this is the caveat, just in case you don't understand why would it be ridiculous for Texas to do it this year. That's why. It's based upon the number of people that lives in certain districts. That's why and how they draw the lines for districts, allegedly.
coming from the right. And what Trump did today is the ultimate tell. They feel they're on the ropes. They feel they're behind. They feel they're vulnerable with the big, beautiful bill. They feel like the momentum is shifting away from them, and it's Speaker Jeffries, it's not Speaker Johnson. So on that basis, they got to rig the game. You got to change the game because you can't win by the existing rules. So he goes in and talks to these guys that should be focused on flood preparedness, should be focused on restoring NOAA and the weather investments that they need to make and the resiliency efforts, to talk about getting FEMA back on track, and how little accountability with Kristi Noem and some of those early decisions that were made or not made. Instead, they're using that special session to weaponize for the next election. And that should scare the hell out of everybody, because these guys are playing by a different set of rules. And so from my perspective, if we're going to play fair in a world that is wholly unfair, we may have the higher moral ground, but the ground is shifting from underneath us. And I think we have to wake up to that reality. And I'm talking to members of my legislature, what are our alternatives? We can do a special session. I can call for one today if I chose to. We can then put something on the ballot, and I could call a special election. We can change the Constitution with the consent of the voters, and I think we would win that. I think people understand what's at stake in California. I think we'd come out in record numbers. I think it would be extraordinary success. That's a clean way of doing it. Be a very short window, because you got to come back with the maps, and you got to change all this and prepare for the ballots that are around the corner next year. Or you can look at other avenues, which we are exploring, which are pathways with the legislature to do urgency clauses with 2/3 of the legislature in both of our houses, to move forward with legislative redistricting in between the constitutional construct, which is every census, the Independent Redistricting Commission does the new map, but it's silent about what happens in between. So it's a novel legal question, and it's being explored.
Folks, this is huge. This is not just idle talk. This isn't just Governor Newsom flexing, because there were some questions about what Newsom might do, because blue states tend to have independent redistricting, like map drawers, right? Because they try to be fairer than red states, whereas Republicans say, "Oh, fuck that! We're gonna keep the partisan advantage in our back pocket." Newsom saying, well, if you want to do that, we have means to try to circumvent the independent redistricting. So he says Trump said he's going to steal 5 congressional seats in Texas and gerrymander his way into a 2026 win. Well, 2 can play at that game: special sessions, special elections, ballot initiatives, new laws. It's all on the table when democracy is on the line. And I love this energy from Governor Newsom. And I want to be clear. You can still have principled policy disagreements with Governor Newsom or any Democratic governor, any Democratic politician. I'm not asking you to sacrifice it. But if you
and I did, I couldn't stand the fact that Gavin Newsom was doing this podcast, and he was having on all these MAGA pundits and stuff. I couldn't stand that when he was doing that. However, I'm glad he has stopped doing that. I am glad he has learned to, and I think more Democrats need to learn how to fight like the Republicans are fighting. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I really hope that they learn how to fight like the Republicans. Let me see. I think there is one more thing that I want to show you before I leave today. Let me see. What else did I? The devil's in the details. Your cult leader doesn't like you. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, I want to know if you guys heard this. Now, Fox News said that maybe they need to do like the blacks did and take the power out of the N word. Well, motherfucker, if you thought that us saying nigga took the power out, you wouldn't have said the N word. You'd have said nigga. Did you guys hear that Fox News said that they should embrace being called Nazis, like the blacks? They need to take the power out of the Nazi words, like the blacks took the power out of the nigger word, or the N word. Here we go. The link is in the description box. Here we go.
So from now on, it's what up, my Nazi? Hey, what up, my Nazi? Hey, what's hanging, my Nazi?
Nazi, please.
Well, it looks like we have finally reached the point where conservatives are happily adopting the label of Nazi and literally pointing to their friends and calling them Nazis as well. My name is Brittany Page. I'm the host of The Page Perspective, but today I'm your guest host. Well, Jesse is at jury duty. That's right. Jesse got the call. He answered that call. He was required to answer that call. And who knows if it's going to be one day, if it's going to be multiple days. Who knows if they send him home after they discover what it is that he does on YouTube. Who live on Fox News. They typically, let's get into it. Greg Gutfeld, he's one of the hosts on The Five on Fox News. They typically, the design of the show is to have someone who is more left leaning. In this case, I don't think the person that they have in the quote unquote left seat is a good representative. Normally it's Jessica Tarlov, who's fantastic, but Greg Gutfeld, he calls himself a comedian. He's a self-identified comedian. I don't know if other people in his life identify him as a comedian, but he certainly does. Greg Gutfeld is someone who has many unhinged takes. One of them is that he thought a civil war would be a good idea because he doesn't necessarily believe that elections are a good thing. I talk a lot about him on my own channel on YouTube, where I host my own show, because he's very vicious and hateful, along with his co-host Jesse Waters, toward homeless people. And that's something that I talk about quite frequently over there. But in this clip that I'm getting ready to play for you, it's remarkable, but it begins with Kennedy, who's one of the hosts, talking about this recent story of a Cal State professor who was recently arrested and accused of assaulting an officer at the ICE raids on a farm in California, where one farm worker actually died. You may have seen images from it, and it was horrific. Naturally, these Fox hosts, they are taking the side of ICE, despite the professor's defense, despite other professors coming to his defense to say that what actually happened in this situation is that ICE deployed tear gas canisters, and the professor says that one of those canisters...
Additionally, let me make sure my mic is on. Additionally, if you didn't know, suddenly they have called back 2,000 National Guards from California. They had 4,000 National Guard and 700 Marines, but just in the blink of an eye, suddenly they have taking out 2,000 of the National Guards from Los Angeles. They don't know if they are where they're going, if they're going to another state. I hear a whole lot of stuff is going on in Minneapolis right now. Minneapolis have a lot of Africans. I think Somalians in Minneapolis. So let's go here.
See.
All right, so Greg, I don't know if you saw the picture of the professor at Cal State Channel Islands who was arrested for tossing a tear gas canister back at ICE agents. He tried to say it wasn't him. He went and changed his clothes. He looked like trans Borat. It was not the most scintillating and attractive picture I had ever seen. So, but his mugshot, he was gleeful to have been arrested and wrapped up with this, because for them, they're just exploiting a moment, really probably for their progressive social media. Should we send them to Alligator Alcatraz?
Yes, absolutely. I think the scientific definition of him is asshole. This is why the criticism doesn't matter to us when you call us Nazis. Nazi this, Nazi that. I'm beginning to think they don't like us. You know what? I've said this before. We need to learn from the blacks, the way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it. So from now on, it's what up, my Nazi? Hey, what up, my Nazi? Hey, what's hanging, my Nazi?
Nazi, please.
Thank God you did a hard eye there.
So for sure, absolutely the most.
Okay. So the link is in my description box. I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but isn't it? Do you find it peculiar that these people who hate Black people so much are always up on our pattern of talk, our what is it, what is it, I can't say, our pattern of talk, our way of speaking. They are so enamored with us and everything about us, and that's why they hate us so much. What's up, my Nazi? What's up, my and the pointing reference and all of this type of stuff, the mannerism. They study us, everything about us. But they want to be the Nazis that they are. They have no cultural relevance other than being some hateful motherfuckers. Okay, that's all I have for that. Let me share something else with you. They said, should they send them to Alligator Alcatraz? I told you that Alligator Alcatraz was a for-profit facility. Let's see who's profiting from Alligator Alcatraz since we're here. Here we go.
Corporations are making money off of Alligator Alcatraz, and they really don't want you to know who they are. But don't worry, because I'm here to reveal their identities. Granny's Alliance Holdings, an emergency relief company, was granted a $3.3 million contract to supply meals to the facility. IRG Global Emergency Management signed a $1.1 million contract to provide flight and operational support. Just days earlier, IRG Global donated $10,000 to the Republican Party of Florida. CDR companies will run medical services at the detention camp. CDR donated $1.9 million to DeSantis's gubernatorial campaign. The company also contributed $500,000 to Trump's inauguration. Gotham's LLC will provide technology services to Alligator Alcatraz. The founder of Gotham's LLC gave $25,000 to the Republican Party of Florida in 2021 and $25,000 to a DeSantis PAC in 2022. Overall, the camp is estimated to cost taxpayers $245 per bed per day, or approximately $450 million a year. Trump's big, beautiful bill will grant $100 billion to ICE and border enforcement, including $45 billion for detention facilities just like this one.
And one of the things
I am concerned about.
Hold on. One of the things about this also is that ICE is now the largest federal police type bureau in the United States. ICE, with this big busted budget, has more money, is going to have more people, and we see how they operate. The biggest federal police entity in the United States now is ICE. Okay, so I wanted you to see that. I talked about, you guys may remember when we watched a little of the confirmation of the guy who was supposed to, who was nominated for Social Security chair. let me share this. I told you he was not to be trusted. He remember he said he's a real Doge guy and he liked Doge and all of this. Now 4547 has been lying and saying that in this big busted bill that there is going to be no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security. There was not one line in this bill about Social Security recipients not having to pay taxes. Nothing, nowhere. 4547 is still out here touting that lie, even though many news organizations and many congressmen and the Democratic senators have said that there was nothing in this bill about no tax on Social Security. So let me make sure I'm sharing my screen with you. So, what does the new this new guy who loved Doge so much does? Trump's Social Security boss busted sharing bogus tax claims with millions. You guys remember this tomato nose, bell pepper nose, Jersey. What did the Social Security Administrator do? Tell me. That's what he was saying to his employees on his first day in the Social Security offices. Donald Trump's Social Security chief is under fire for spreading propaganda and fueling confusion after his agency said the president had ended taxation on Social Security for millions of Americans. Trump and the White House have repeatedly touted that Republicans' big, beautiful bill ended taxes on Social Security, a promise the president made on the campaign trail, but the reality is much more complex. Many seniors will get a tax break, but rather than claiming taxes on Social Security, the relief would come in the form of a tax deduction. However, the Social Security Administration sent out an email to Social Security recipients in July stating that the law would eliminate federal income taxes on Social Security benefit for most beneficiaries, and that the bill ensures that nearly 90% of Social Security beneficiaries will no longer pay federal income taxes on their benefits, and that is not true. So if these seniors get into tax trouble because this letter has been sent out by Social Security and they do not file their taxes in a way to get their tax break, they're going to be in a world of trouble owing Social Security. What the bill actually does is it creates temporary $6,000 deduction for those over 65. It doesn't directly address the income that is in question here. The Social Security benefit is just simply does not involve that. The Tax Foundation chief economist Will McBride said. Okay, so that I just wanted to give you guys that information. I thought that it was some important information for you guys to know, but I also wanted to now 4547 is fucking up. He's trying to get away from this Epstein stuff. Now, guess who? Guess who's under investigation? We know that James Comey is under investigation. Now, um, it's unfortunate that people think that our pop culture is the only important thing. I saw several people touting that Diddy's attorney was fired. Diddy's the prosecutor, not his attorney, the prosecutor in the Diddy case was fired. Did you guys hear about the prosecutor in Diddy's case being fired? Uh, don't nobody give but she worked for the DOJ. Pam Bondi is the head of the DOJ. Do you think that Pam Bondi give a fuck about Diddy's case? But who is this woman? This is James Comey's daughter. James Comey's daughter also prosecuted the Epstein case, and she also prosecuted Ghislaine Maxwell. So it's nothing about the Diddy case that got her fired. So let me share this with you.
And it is quite suspicious. We just learned that one of the top prosecutors in Ghislaine Maxwell's sex trafficking case was quietly fired by Donald Trump's DOJ after his Attorney General Pam Bondi has shown an utter lack of transparency and just lack of ability to maneuver situations like this over the past few months. We're now learning that Maureen Comey, who also happens to be the daughter of James Comey, was fired from her job as a federal prosecutor. Maureen Comey, who worked in the U.S. Attorney's Office for nearly a decade, prosecuted both Jeffrey Epstein and his associate, Ghislaine Maxwell. She also prosecuted Diddy, Sean Combs, on that recent trial. Ghislaine Maxwell has been popping up more and more as her family has been making pleas to the admin, the DOJ, even the Supreme Court to give her another chance. Now, I think she's a despicable person, and while I do think she deserves due process, she already got it back in 2019. But now we're learning that.
But now what Ghislaine Maxwell is trying to say is that in that first, remember, a lot of people were unaware that 4540's last Commerce secretary in his last term was a prosecutor in Florida that gave Epstein a sweetheart deal where he had to just sleep in jail at night, and he could go away and do whatever he wanted to. He just had to come back and sleep at jail at night, and they also extended the hours that he could be away from jail and guaranteed that he would not be prosecuted. And what happened after that 13-month was up, he allegedly reoffended, and he was brought up on charges again, and that's why he was sitting in a jail cell in New York. I got something I want to play for you guys on that too. That's why he was in the jail cell in New York. But that deal said that if he completed that deal successfully, he wouldn't be prosecuted, and no other people who were involved. They were looking at 4 other people in that case. None of them would be prosecuted either. If you just sleep at jail for 13 months. That's the deal that somebody who 4547 decided to make put over the Department of Commerce in his last administration, and that's when in his last administration that's when that Epstein shit was hot. Okay, so he knew in 2007 that this dude had given his former buddy a sweetheart deal. And when he got in a position of power, he gave him that job, the prosecutor who gave his buddy this sweetheart deal. And this motherfucking sweater coat motherfucker talking about, I don't know shit about politics. This motherfucker was telling you to vote for somebody who has been convicted of SA, but I don't know shit about politics. Talking about money. The 4547 wants the Fed chair to bring the interest rate down to 1%, which only proves that this economy is close to collapsing. But I don't know shit about politics. Okay, let's continue.
The Trump admin is trying to cover something up. This will only strengthen Ghislaine's argument, because they're going to say, what the hell? You're firing people who are involved. You are saying that one day that we have documents, the next day that we don't. Maureen Comey, the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey, was fired Wednesday. While this was happening, Donald Trump did an interview on the phone with America News, or Real America's Voice, sorry. Let's listen to what he says during this interview about Epstein.
You think, what are the things that are most important that you would like to see the FBI get to the bottom of?
I think they could look at all of it. It's all the same scam. They could look at this Jeffrey Epstein hoax also, because that's the same stuff. That's all put out by Democrats.
Yeah.
And, some of the naive Republicans fall right into line like they always do. They just don't have the They don't have the sustainability. They don't have the something. They don't have that stick to it like glue. The Democrats, you know, they have bad policy. They have bad candidates. They have everything, but they stick together. The Republicans don't do that. But they ought to look into the Jeffrey Epstein hoax too, because that's another hoax that's frankly put out by the pushing the Republicans and put out by the Democrats.
No, they definitely set the Republicans up. One big prosecutor look at it all. Would that make you feel good, you think?
Well, I think it's in the case of Epstein, they've already looked at it, and they are looking at it, and I think all they have to do is put out anything credible. But
okay, a few things. First of all, he sounds like the Joker, like Christopher Nolan's Joker from the 2008 trilogy. He's like, they just have to take a look at it. He just sounds evil in this. But also, he's saying in one breath that this is a hoax. It is an entire hoax. But then he says they need to release all of the credible evidence. It's all contradictory. And I've been talking about this all day.
Okay, so this link is in my description box. Go over there and check out Adam Mockler. He does great commentary. I want you to see Bill O'Reilly. So let's be clear. On this second prosecution of Epstein, it all happened under 45-47's first administration. There was no James Comey prosecuting him. There was no Merrick Garland prosecuting him. This happened in 2019. He was arrested and he had committed, he unalived himself in 2019. Let me share Bill O'Reilly trying to lie and carry the water and blame any of this second Epstein arrest on the Democrat administration. Let me share this with you. Here we go. Bill O'Reilly. Am I gonna have to check a bitch? That is it's in my description box. I just added it. Here we go. The David Pakman Show. Check him out. Great commentary. Let's get to the actual meat and potatoes of Bill O'Reilly trying to lie and carry water. He's on News Nation, and surprisingly, this is a right-leaning show, but this dude stopped him at every point. And watch the look on Bill O'Reilly's long, ugly, another person who take advantage of women who are less powerful than them. Fox News had to allegedly pay out so many fucking suits because he was an old dirty bastard. But anyway, let's continue. Birds of a feather are trying to cover each other. Let's continue.
He has no idea what to say. I haven't seen anything like this in a long time.
How is he convicted? How do you convict a guy who's
He
dead?
was convicted I believe, under Merrick Garland's Justice Department. That could be. Am I wrong on that? I don't think so. And then he was incarcerated, and then he committed suicide.
He was never convicted. He was incarcerated. Okay. He was never convicted. He wasn't convicted under Merrick Garland. He was incarcerated awaiting trial for the crimes that he was accused of. So this motherfucker is so used to being able to just spew lies on right wing media that he thought he was going to be able to get away. Now Merrick Garland is in this. Merrick Garland didn't become Attorney General until Joe Biden made him, which was after Joe Biden came after 45-47. And let's get. I apologize for interrupting.
Okay, the suicide thing is bull. Whether you
Bill, I think this is important. Bill, I think this is important. He was arrested in 2019, and he committed suicide in 2019. He died August 10th of 2019. So the Biden administration was not involved in a conviction or a trial of him. They were in the of his madam, of Ghislaine Maxwell.
And that's a good point of clarification. But he was arrested and indicted under Merrick Garland.
No, under Trump.
Who had
How could he be it? Now he just heard this, but he was in. How could he be under investigated and indicted under Merrick Garland when you just got the information that he was arrested and indicted in 2019 when and offed himself in 2019? But Bill O'Reilly is trying to play games and like circle the wagon on this lie. Let me tell the lie another way. Okay.
But he was arrested and indicted under Merrick Garland.
No, under Trump.
Who had all
under
of the
Trump.
information.
Epstein was arrested, indicted, and committed suicide under Trump in 2019. Trump was president. Merrick Garland was not the attorney general.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Oh, I've
What
never
now?
seen anything like this. The deer in the headlights. So listen.
Let me see.
O'Reilly has no idea what's going on. Fine. We have no idea whether O'Reilly's having a
Hold on.
cognitive issue. Did he just forget? Did
Hold
he never
on.
know the
Hold
facts?
on.
There is a critical.
I think that this link is in my description box. I think there's a more extended one. Okay.
The Biden administration had exactly the same thing the Trump administration has on Epstein. Exactly.
Right.
Because Epstein was convicted during the Biden administrations. Not one time did Hakeem Jeffrey call for any exposition of what the Biden Justice Department knew. Not once. So this guy's a top phony. Okay, he's a political player. He doesn't care about the truth. He doesn't care about the people.
Hold on. Bill.
This is what
hold on.
he
I just
does.
got. Hold on, Bill. Hold on. You said Epstein was convicted during the Biden administration. Epstein committed suicide during the Trump administration.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so what he just said was the fact checking of the lie that you told right there off the top, that Jeffrey Epstein was convicted during the Biden administration. All that went down.
But Hakeem Jeffries is the one who don't care about nothing, and he's a player, and this, that, and the other. I'm a player, and I'm playing just to play. You show like to play. I'm a player. No, Bill, you a player. Okay, and you played yourself though. Let's continue. There's a little more of this.
The guy who's dead
Was convicted in I believe, okay, under Merrick Garland's Justice Department. That could be. Am I wrong on that? I don't think so. And then he was incarcerated, and then he committed suicide. Okay, the suicide thing is bull. Whether you
Bill, I think this is important. Bill, I think this is important. He was arrested in 2019, and he committed suicide in 2019. He died August 10th of 2019. So the Biden administration was not involved in a conviction or a trial of him. They were in of his madam, of Ghislaine Maxwell.
Okay. And that's a good point of clarification. But he was arrested and indicted under Merrick Garland.
No, under Trump.
Who had all
under
of the
Trump.
information.
Epstein was arrested, indicted, and committed suicide under Trump in 2019. Trump was president. Merrick Garland was not the attorney general.
Okay.
Okay. I'm surprised they didn't go so far back to say it was Obama. Actually, I'm sorry, Donald Trump did that. We'll get to that in a second. But just to show you, this is the game plan. It's to the point where Bill O'Reilly may have actually believed that BS that he keeps spewing, because they keep talking about how Obama was a part of this, Biden was a part about this. It happened in 2019. Dude was convicted, jailed, and committed suicide during Trump's administration. But they're so used to saying, but Biden, because they just finished saying, but Obama. They're doing it so much, they don't even know up from down anymore. He doesn't even know the reality of the situation. After being told this happened in 2019, because remember that whole election of 2020 at the end 2020 when Donald Trump lost, and then at the beginning of 2021 when he sent his foot soldiers into the Capitol because he lost. That was at the end of 2020. So that means, the way that numbers work, 19 is before 20. So in 2019, when all that happened, it was before 2020 when Donald Trump wrapped up his first term in office.
Okay, let me see if there's any more qualms out of this idiot. Oh, who is this Tennessee worm? What the fuck he talk? I don't even want to hear from him. The link is I just added this link in the description box too. And Mike Johnson, I hear that Louisiana is under some severe weather storm alerts. Mike Johnson had a vote, and all the Republicans voted to not put forth a commission to release all the Epstein papers. But here he is with Benny Johnson, another sycophant, YouTube sycophant, that they're acting as if he is a real news reporter, and all he is a 45-47 bootlicker who has the audience of the Speaker of the House. And in this interview, Mike Johnson said that he, even though he voted to not release the paper when it mattered, but when he comes on TV in front of somebody who's questioning him, a loyalist who, one of these MAGA loyalists who is going against the grain, who Trump, who 45-47 said he don't want their support anymore. Mike Johnson is saying, yeah, well, I think all of the stuff should be released, but you had a vote, but you didn't vote to release it. If you want to watch Mike Johnson, Louisiana, the state that you represent, the state that you were so glad the big, beautiful bill passed, they are gearing up for some heavy rain and storm. I don't expect FEMA to don't expect FEMA to be there for Louisiana, and see how they feel about you. See how they feel about you and your excuses why FEMA will not be showing up for them. That they're going to have to go rescue their Mustangs on these big synthetic wigs that they buy on Afterpay. Tell them bitches to get in them synthetic wigs and get a motherfucking paddle and paddle like it's a motherfucking canoe. Is that what you're gonna do, Mike Johnson? Okay. Last thing, I really the link is in my description box. The last thing that I need to share with you is about Russell Vogt. He's over the Office of Budget and Management. I showed you the undercover. I don't know news, but I showed you the undercover story, how he met with people prior to the election, and he said that he want bureaucrats to suffer and to be what something like to the effect of brutalized when they go to their government jobs. You remember Russell Vogt, who said that they were going to communicate in ways that you could not submit a FOIA request, and we find that all of them are using the Signal app that automatically deletes messages. But Bussy Bradley is mad because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, but nobody wants to hear politics. I should go to the politics sector. No, I'm going right here, and whoever wants to hear it will hear it. Just like you sat your silly ass up here talking about how good 45 and 47 was. You didn't take your silly ass to another sector, you sweater tongue fucking fraud ass nigga. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that you don't know what you're talking about, to the point that that you sat up here and tried to bring up some military story that I got head on, and you turned around and actually affirmed exactly what I said. See, every man Hold on one second. Oops. My computer said, "Not today, devil. Get out of here." My computer booted me out of. Uh, I'm back, Liz. I got booted out. Okay, let me share this last thing that Russell Vogt is trying to do with the money from the Department of Education. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me now? I think you guys can hear me now. Okay, I want to share this with you guys. They have also Congress has also voted on a lot of the money that they remember. I talked to you guys about a couple of days ago that they had been withholding money that Congress had already allotted to spend. So let me share this with you. Congress yesterday passed a couple of things to allow them to keep this money that Congress had already dispersed, had set to be dispersed to different agencies, alleging it to continue under the Doge cuts and all of this type of stuff. So they are keeping the money instead of giving the money out. I don't know if it's going to go to court or anything. GOP lawmakers blast Trump chief Russell Vogt, who is also the co-author of Project 2025. I let you know everything that I could find about him for freezing education money. So let me share this with you. Hold on 1 second. That is Russell Vogt, you will remember. A group of 10 Republican senators have put the Trump administration on blast to release education funds being withheld from the states. Remember, the states are still going to have to educate your kids. The Trump administration has halted nearly $7 billion for a series of education programs, including after school and summer program, English lessons for non-native speakers. You know they don't want to pay for that. Training for teachers and more. Alternate reported. Here's Senator Lisa Murkowski with her, I'm concerned about the bill and I'm sending it back to Congress and I hope they fix it. But I voted for the bill after getting whale hooks in the bill for Alaska. I have to look out for Alaska, bitch. The decision to withhold this funding is directly contrary to President 4547 goal of returning K through 12 education to the states. This funding goes directly to states and local school districts where local leaders decide how this funding is spent. Because as we know, local, I don't know, something. And then there's a letter with the 10. These are Republican, I believe. All these are Republicans, senators who signed on to this. Now, it's the same thing going to happen with FEMA. So we taking FEMA back to the states, and we saw that Christine Nome wouldn't even send out the search crew, the rapid response search crews for 72 hours. So are they going to withhold money from FEMA too, and the states are going to be expected to pay for any damages that happens to their states, unless he approves some and don't approve others? He approved the carnage that happened in red states and not blue states. Is that going to happen with FEMA as well? So let's hear about the education, what they're doing over here. In a letter to the president's budget chief, Russell Vogt, on Wednesday, the GOP leaders called, they are all GOP leaders, called for the funding to be dispersed. Now, let's be clear. Most of California pays in more taxes than most of these red states combined. So now they voted for all these draconian cuts and all of this bullshit that they have voted for. Their constituents are going to be the ones who suffer most. So you notice that there are 10 GOP leaders call for the funding to be dispersed, which was expected to go out on July 1st. It is July 17th. Russell Vogt ain't sent you shit. The letter was signed by Senator Susan Collins. Susan Collins, I am so concerned. I heard that Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski did a little put their heads together, because it's alleged that Susan Collins is up for election in the midterms and Lisa Murkowski isn't. So it was safer for Murkowski to vote no on the bill, because if Susan Collins had voted no on the bill, her seat would be in jeopardy. There's that. Mitch McConnell of broke ass Kentucky signed on to this letter. But when Mitch McConnell had the opportunity to throw 47 out of office after he was impeached for the second time in his first term, he wanted the courts to decide it. Mitch, fuck you. Let the courts decide where you going to get the money to send them poor Kentucky children to school. Okay. Let me see. Who signed this letter? Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, and Mitch McConnell, who have publicly defended Trump before, and MAGA allies Jim Justice, Katie Britt, Shelley Moore Caputo, Deb Fisher, Mike Rounds, and John Boozman, and John Hayoven. Okay. Withholding funds will harm the students' families and local economies, the senators wrote. The decision to withhold this funding is contrary to a 45-47 goal of meeting. He don't give a fuck about K-12 education. If he did, he wouldn't have shuttered the Department of Education. Withholding this funding denies the states and communities the opportunity to pursue localized initiatives to support students and their families, said the senators. The funding goes directly to states and local school districts where local leaders decide how this funding is spent. Do you think Russell Vogt don't know what this money is for? Do you think he's withholding this money without the knowledge of what this money is supposed to be for, bitch? He already know what the money. What you telling him what the money's supposed to be for? He know what the money supposed to be for. He don't give a fuck. Okay. The senators allege that they share the Trump administration concerns over the taxpayer money going to radical left-wing programs, but argue that they do not believe that it is happening. So why mention it? If you don't believe it's happening, why do you agree with Trump about the money going to radical left-wing programs, but you don't believe it's happening? Okay, this is bullshit. These funds go to support programs that enjoy long-standing bipartisan support, like after-school summer programs that provide learning enrichment opportunities for school-aged children, which also enable their parents to work and contribute to local communities. They argue. You're gonna have a whole lot of parents who are not going to have anywhere to send their kids, and it's going to it's going to reflect on their ability to go to work. The letter comes after 24 Democratic states and the District of Columbia sued the Trump administration on Monday for abruptly freezing the congressionally allocated education money the day before it was set to go out. They froze the money the day before it was set to go out. Do you hear what they did with this money for the children? They froze the funds the day it was set to go out. They argued that the move violates federal funding statute and blasted the administration for sending states a vague 3-sentence email that the funds were under review to ensure use will align with the president's priorities. No timeline was given. If it's up to the states to decide, you have no say so. If it was a federal program, they would have to align with 47's priorities. You gave it to the states for the states to decide. Make it make sense. The link is in my description box. I just wanted to share that with you. I've read the rest of the article. I just wanted to share that with you. Let me see. Okay. Hey, Sandy. Do you guys have anything to say about any of that? I saw several people come in I wanted to speak to. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? Grand Rising. Thank you for becoming a member, renewing your membership, Sandy. Uh, Red Wing Hockey, why don't you leave the singing to Very Carry Love? You're getting better singing, Too Short or Bootsy. Shut up. Who sings that? I, I'm a player and I'm playing just to play. Okay. Okay, y'all hear me. No sound. Y'all hear me. Somebody else came in. Hey, Leonard, if I did not speak. Uh, Smooth Carter, that's who I wanted to say good morning to. And there was Queen Diva. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, so go check out my description box. Uh, it's some great content, news reporters over there. Um, Let me do my last call for alcohol. Uh, is there something else? Uh, everything is rolling. Uh, Check a bitch. Okay. Still in educate. Doge, where are they now? Did you guys know that Doge was expected to increase to double its size? The link is in my description box under Doge. Where are they now? They were expected to double the employees that they had, snatching people's jobs and leaving. Many administrations in limbo and lying about the amount of money that they were saving when they cost more money than they actually saved the government. They were. It was estimated that they had 100 employees aside from the core in employees. You know, the muskrat, uh, the 19 to 26-year olds. Aside from them, it was estimated to have 100 employees. Many of the core in Doge employees reportedly have left government. The core employees, you know, the racist ones who were rehired and all of this, many of them have left government. And they are having a hard time, and many others outside of the core have also left government. So they are trying to pretend like Doge is still a thing, but I think they are just going to let Doge wane by the wayside. Allegedly, they are trying to restaff Doge, but I think Doge is a thing of the past. The link is in my description box. Um, are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Uh, Speak now or forever hold your peace. Let me see if anybody has anything. A view is a view. That's who else I wanted to say grand rising to. A view is a view. Okay, so I thank you all for being here. I appreciate your support. Let me make sure I am not missing any. No, I'm not missing any comment. OG Boosie. Now y'all are saying Boosie and Too Short sings that. One says Too Short, one says OG Bootsy. Crack Nader, 33. Lord. Crack Neater. Crack Neater. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. I think I was singing the Too Short. I don't know. Liz says it's Bootsy as well. Okay, so obviously Too Short did a remix, but you know I'm not too young to know a little Bootsy calling. Bootsy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you showing up. Please like, share, and put some comments in my comment sections too. I'd appreciate that as well. I hope you guys have a great remainder of your day. If you didn't hit the thumbs up on your way in, hit it on your way out. All right. Uh, I appreciate you guys for being here. Links are in my description box. Have a wonderful remainder of your day. All right. Bye-bye.
In the morning when I'm driving, I really come alive when I listen to my Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air. It's time for Ronnie.